If you're looking for some awesome movies or TV shows featuring romance movies on Hulu, you just click on the right video. Get ready to dive into these amazing ones that showcase unique connections. We're excited to share this ranking with you and would love to hear your favorites in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, so you never miss out on discovering great movies and TV shows again.
Number 1. Paris, 13th District.
Director, Jacques Audiard.
3 girls and a boy in Paris who are friends, sometimes lovers and often both.
Emily graduated from an elite university, now works in cheap odd jobs and has quick romance while dreaming of a relationship. The young teacher Camille pursues professional goals that some people call illusions, but on the other hand does not believe in a fulfilling, loving relationship and relies on uncomplicated romance. Nora moved to Paris because she wants to resume her law studies here, even though she is in her early 30s.
Louise calls herself Amber on the internet, where she offers erotic services. Number 2. Good Luck to You, Leo Grande. Director, Sophie Hyde.
Nancy Stokes is a teacher who has just retired.
Although she has had a satisfying life, there is one thing she never had. Nancy never had worthy of calling good. In fact, Nancy doesn't even know if what she did was actually romance. But that's water under the bridge. Nancy is obstinate in her plan to have, at least once, a pleasurable night of romance. And she has it all figured out in her head. She will call a young worker and book, anonymously, a nice room in a hotel. She even knows the young man's name, Leo Grande.
Leo knows what he does and knows he does his job well. Despite looking like just another client and a few more hours of work, Leo is certain that this is the thing that intrigued him most, and that Nancy is also a different person.
Number 3. Press Play. Director, Greg Bjorkman. Laura and Harrison are newly in love and spend a wonderful summer together, which they use to record a very personal mixtape with songs that connect them and remind them of unique moments. But their young love is suddenly torn apart when Harrison has a terrible traffic accident. It takes years before Laura is able to listen to the mixtape again, and the unimaginable happens. Laura travels through time through the songs and has the chance to change the past. Now everything revolves around saving her beloved Harrison's life. She quickly realizes that it is not so easy to change fate. Number 4.
What's Love Got to Do with It? Director, Shekhar Kapur.
For documentary filmmaker Zoe, finding the right man isn't easy,
especially since dating apps always lead to her going on dates with the wrong people. This doesn't go unnoticed by her chaotic mother, who drives Zoe to despair with the odd snippy comment and tries to set her up with the vet who treats her dog. Zoe's childhood friend and neighbor Kaz has no such problems. His choice of partner is left to his parents, who want to marry him off to a beautiful bride from Pakistan. This news comes as a bit of a shock to Zoe, as she doesn't understand the concept of marriage on the part of her parents. However, when she films his trip to London, where he is to marry a complete stranger, with whom he has only had a conversation on Skype, she wonders if she can still learn something from this different approach to finding love.
Number 5. Crush. Director, Sammy Cohen. Senior year holds a lot of surprises for Paige.
While she develops her talent as an artist and juggles various college essays and the appropriate applications, love bursts into her overwhelmed teenage life without warning. Her long-standing crush on sports ace Gabriella takes a new turn when Paige joins her school's track and field team. But suddenly another person appears in Paige's life who makes her stomach churn. The previously inconspicuous AJ catches Paige's attention with her gentle and trusting manner. But who does her heart beat faster for? Paige has to make a decision that triggers a real storm of emotions in her.
Number 6. One True Loves. Director, Andy Fickman.
Emma and Sam, who does everything for her, have been best friends since her teenage years. However, Emma's heart longs for the handsome photographer Jesse. Although she suspects Sam's true feelings for her and doesn't want to hurt him, Emma can't help but choose Jesse as her lover. The two get married and start a life together. But then Jesse dies in a helicopter crash while on assignment.
Of course, the devastated Emma can rely on Sam in this situation, who lifts her up emotionally. They finally get closer on a romantic basis.
A new relationship blossoms and Sam proposes to his girlfriend. But in the middle of the engagement celebrations, Emma receives the news that Jesse has survived and is returning home after years on a deserted island.
Number 7.
The Pod Generation.
Director, Sophie Bartz.
In a not-so-distant future, tech giant Pegasus offers couples the opportunity to share their pregnancies via detachable artificial wombs or pods. Rachel and Alvy want to start a family. Rachel's work gives them the opportunity to use a new tool developed by a technology giant called Pegasus, which offers couples the opportunity to carry the child equally using a removable artificial womb or pod. Botanist Alvy has doubts, but his love for Rachel makes him accept the experiment.
And so begins the crazy adventure of parenthood in this new world. Number 8. Which Brings Me to You. Director, Peter Hutchings.
At a wedding, best man Will meets the bold bridesmaid Jane. After the ceremony, the two start talking at the bar.
It is not long before she suddenly suggests to the completely bewildered young man that they have sex in the dressing room.
Although the attempt ends in a minor disaster, the two decide to spend the rest of the day together.
In order to find out more about each other, they tell each other about their previous relationships.
Will has to admit that dealing with women is apparently not one of his strengths. But Jane also tells of a series of rather complicated and even tragic experiences with men. While they are chatting, the duo eventually realize that they are in the process of creating a fairly solid, open and honest foundation for a new relationship.
Number 9.
Beautiful Disaster.
Director, Roger Kumble.
Travis literally works his nights out as an underground boxer. During the day he's a student and the ultimate pickup artist.
And that's exactly what freshman Abby doesn't find attractive. Understandably, Abby is totally dismissive of Travis.
But that's what really challenges him.
So he proposes a bet.
If he emerges victorious from his next boxing match, Abby has to live with him for a month.
If he gets a beating, he'll have no romance for a month.
What he doesn't know at first, however, is that Abby is not who she claims to be.
Number 10.
The Greatest Hits.
Director, Ned Benson. 2 years ago, Harriet lost her boyfriend Max, the love of her life, in a tragic car accident.
Since then, hardly a minute goes by when she doesn't think about him, and grief and suffering are her constant companions. One day, however, she is mysteriously catapulted back into the past and to a situation with Max at her side by the playing of a song that was very meaningful to the two lovers. For the length of the song, Harriet now has the chance to change the course of events, which is unsuccessful, but happens to her again and again in the days to come. At the same time, in the normal timeline, she meets the charming David, who has also suffered a serious loss.